Welcome to a deep dive into a project that's, well, really trying to shake up the internet as we know it.
That's right.
We're talking about the Basic Attention Token, BAT, and the Brave browser.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't just another crypto thing. It's about potentially paying you for your time online. Pretty ambitious.
Hugely ambitious. And look, our sources, they've got tons of analysis, market data, tech reviews. It's all in there.
Right.
So our job today, unpack this whole attention economy idea,
Yep.
break down how it works, why it has like over 91 million monthly users already, and, the big fight it's picking with giants like Google. We really want to make this complex stuff accessible.
And it helps knowing who's behind it, right? Brendan Eich.
Mm.
The guy literally created JavaScript, co-founded Mozilla.
Yeah, I mean, he helped build the web in the first place.
Oh, he knows the problems.
Exactly. And this whole project, Brave and Bet, it's aiming for something fairer, more private, more efficient for digital advertising.
Okay, so let's start there. What's the actual problem?
Mm-hmm.
The real-world mess BDI is trying to fix?
Well, you have to see it from like 3 different angles because the current internet, it's kind of broken for everyone involved.
Okay, angle one,
Yeah.
us, the users.
Right. For users, it's just invasive. You've got constant tracking, websites loading slow because of all the ad tech junk.
And scary stuff too, right? Malvertising?
Yeah, malicious ads, exactly. Your privacy basically goes out the window. Your data gets vacuumed up and sold.
Okay, not great.
Oh.
What about angle two, the people making the content? News sites, YouTubers.
They get squeezed
Oh.
hard. Our sources say they lose up to like 66% of the potential ad money.
66? Wow.
To the middlemen, the big platforms, Google, Meta, they take a huge cut.
Okay, so users lose privacy, creators lose money. What about the advertisers? Angle three, aren't they getting what they pay for?
Not really. They're wasting tons of money. A lot of it goes to ad fraud, basically bots looking at ads, not real people. And the targeting they do get, it's based on data that's often inaccurate, and they don't really get to see how it works. It's kind of a black box. So, yeah, it's a mess for them, too.
So it's kind of lose, lose, lose.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Brings us to the core idea behind BAT.
Right, the solution.
The goal is to cut out those middlemen, create a transparent, decentralized ad system.
Well, decentralized.
Where user attention is actually valued properly and rewarded fairly.
Can you give us one of those analogies you like?
Sure, okay. Think of the internet right now like a giant warehouse run by one bossy manager. Let's call him Google.
Okay, got it.
This manager watches everything you look at, takes your private shopping list, sells copies to anyone who'll pay, and keeps almost all the commission.
Doesn't sound very fair.
Not at all. Now, BAT and the Brave browser, they fire the manager.
Huh. Yeah.
You get to go straight to the companies making the products, the advertisers. You choose if you want to look at their stuff.
Right, opt in.
Exactly. And if you do, you get paid most of the commission, like 70%. And crucially, your shopping list. It stays locked away, private, on your own device.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
And the really key thing here, it's not just about building a slightly better browser or ad system.
What is it then?
It's about setting a whole new standard for the web, a standard based on privacy, where content can be monetized without spying on everyone. It's a direct challenge to that whole Web2 surveillance model.
Okay, that's a big vision.
Yeah.
But how does the tech actually do that? You mentioned the Brave browser blocks trackers.
Right, that's step 1, the gatekeeper.
So Brave is the gatekeeper. It blocks all the usual junk, third-party trackers, intrusive ads. That makes things faster, safer, right?
Exactly. Faster page loads, better security by default.
But then, how does it show me relevant ads if it's blocking all the tracking? Doesn't it need to know what I'm interested in? That sounds like the catch.
Ah, that's the clever bit. It's called local matching. This is really the core tech innovation.
Local matching. Okay.
So instead of your browsing history going off to some giant server somewhere like Google does, Brave downloads a big catalog of available ads to your device.
The ads come to me.
Locally.
Precisely. And then there's a smart algorithm running right there on your computer or phone using on-device machine learning that matches those ads to your interests based on your local browsing activity. Your data never leaves your device.
Yeah, okay. So the matching happens privately on my machine.
Exactly. Privacy first.
Okay, then step 3 is I choose to see an ad, like a little notification.
Yep. It's totally opt-in. You decide if you want to see these non-intrusive Brave ads. If you click or engage, that interaction is noted locally.
But wait, if it's all local, how does the system prove I actually saw the ad? or saw it for long enough, how do they stop people just, faking it to get eBay? Ad fraud seems like a big risk here.
That's where the crypto part really comes in. Step 4, proof of attention.
Proof of attention sounds serious. It kind of is. Yeah. The system needs a way to cryptographically verify that, yes, an ad was shown, and yes, you were likely paying attention, like the browser tab was active and visible for a certain time.
Okay. How? Without giving away who I am.
Through some pretty advanced cryptography, specifically things like zero-knowledge proofs or ZKPs.
ZKPs, I've heard of those. Super complex. Right. What does that mean for me, just browsing?
Think of it like this. Imagine you need to prove you're over 21 to get into a bar.
Okay.
A ZKP lets the bouncer confirm, yes, this person is over 21, without the bouncer ever needing to see your actual birth date, your name, or your address.
It proves the fact without revealing the data.
Exactly. So Brave uses ZKPs to prove to the advertiser, a real human saw your ad for X seconds, but who that human was stays completely anonymous. It's like a verifiable, privacy-preserving receipt for attention.
Got it. Okay, so attention verified. Yeah. Then step 5 is the reward.
Yep. Based on that verified attention, you, the user, get 70% of the ad revenue paid out in BDAT token.
70%. And the rest goes.
It's split between the content creators, if you're viewing their site, and Brave software itself.
And these BI tokens, they're crypto tokens, right? Like on Ethereum.
Primarily, yes. They started as ERC20 tokens on Ethereum. Very secure. But that actually leads to a scaling challenge.
How so? With 91 million users, that's a lot of payouts.
Exactly. Imagine millions of users getting tiny fractions of a penny's worth of BAT every time they see an ad.
Right.
If you tried doing all those tiny transactions directly on Ethereum, the network fees, the gas, would often cost more than the reward itself.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't work at all.
Not sustainable. So our sources point out they're actively moving to a multi-chain approach, integrating faster, cheaper chains like Solana.
To handle the sheer volume of micro payouts.
Precisely. They need those near-free transactions to make the 70% payout actually work economically for millions of tiny rewards. The tech has to keep up with the user base.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Back to the user. Why should someone bother switching from, say, Chrome? Is this 70% share actually meaningful money or just crypto dust?
Well, it's definitely more than just getting nothing, which is the current deal.
Yeah.
You do get paid for your attention, and you have choices with that beat. You can link up with partners like Uphold or Gemini, verify your account, and cash it out for regular money, dollars, euros, whatever.
So you can turn it into real cash?
Yep. Or you can use the bead within the Brave ecosystem itself, which is getting pretty big.
Right. You mentioned it's more than just a browser now. It's a Web3 gateway.
Yeah, they've built out a whole suite of tools. There's the Brave wallet, a proper self-custody crypto wallet built right in.
Okay.
There's Brave Search, their own private search engine, totally independent from Google.
I've heard of that one.
And then premium services. Brave VPN for more privacy, Brave Talk for private video calls, even an AI assistant called Leo.
And you can pay for these with the bead you earn.
Exactly. It creates this sort of circular economy within Brave. Earn beat by browsing, spend bead on useful privacy-focused services, plus you get top-tier privacy by default and faster, safer browsing because it's blocking all that tracking crud.
And the scale we mentioned. It's not just a niche thing anymore.
Not at all. Like we said, 91.5 million monthly active users as of mid-2025. That's huge. Up from around 50 million just a few years ago in 2021.
That's serious growth.
It is. And they have something like 2 million verified content creators signed up too, who can receive BAT tips directly from users.
So the users are there, the creators are joining.
Right. That massive user base, that's what makes the whole thing work. It's what attracts advertisers to their privacy-respecting ad platform. 91 million pairs of eyes is a compelling reason for advertisers to try something new.
You know, this is a great point to quickly pause and remind our listeners of something.
That's right. If you're enjoying how we break down these complex projects into simple pieces and want more reviews just like this, make sure you subscribe to our channel, CryptoBox. We do all the complex research so you don't have to.
Okay, so we've talked about the idea, the tech, the benefits, the impressive scale, but no project this ambitious comes without major challenges. What are the big risks, the things that could actually stop BAT?
Yeah, absolutely. Our sources highlight a few critical ones. The first is just the sheer size of the competition, market risk.
You mean Google?
Basically, yeah, the Google problem. Chrome has, what, like 66% of the desktop browser market?
It's dominant.
Totally. Overcoming that kind of network effect where everyone uses it because everyone else uses it is incredibly hard and expensive. Brave's growth needs to keep being explosive, otherwise the whole BA2 value proposition starts to wobble. Its success is really tied to Brave's continued success.
Okay, so competing with the giant. What else? There's always regulation with crypto.
Yes. The big scary one. Regulatory risk. This is maybe the existential threat.
How so?
Because the U.S. regulators, the SEC specifically, haven't given a final, clear ruling on tokens like BAT. Is it a utility token or is it an unregistered security?
And if it gets labeled as security?
That could be catastrophic. We're talking huge fines, getting delisted from major U.S. exchanges like Coinbase or Kraken, making it incredibly difficult to operate, especially since so many users and partners are in the U.S. It's this cloud hanging over them until the rules are clear.
Yeah, that's a big one. And you mentioned decentralization earlier, but isn't Brave Software, the company, still kind of in charge of a lot?
That's the third major risk area, our sources point out, centralization risk.
Right. It feels a bit contradictory, doesn't it? Using a blockchain token, but having one company control key parts.
It's a valid criticism. Even though BA itself is a decentralized token, Brave Software, Inc. still controls things like the ad matching servers, how the browser gets updated, the process for reconciling the proof of attention data.
So a single point of failure or control.
Potentially, yes. Now, they do have plans in their Roadmap 3.0 to decentralize more of this, especially the ad system. But right now, today, Brave Software is still very much the central coordinator. They need to follow through on those decentralization plans to truly live up to the Web3 ideal.
Okay, and one last one, maybe more practical. I've seen people online complaining about actually getting their bait out or accounts getting flagged.
Yeah. Operational flaws, that's definitely a pain point mentioned. The process often requires verifying your identity with those third-party partners like Uphold or Gemini.
Which can be clunky.
It can be, and worse, some users report their accounts get flagged as fraudulent, sometimes without a clear explanation. When you're building a system based on rewarding users, making it hard or confusing to get the reward, or accusing them of fraud, that really damages trust.
Yeah, that could definitely turn people off.
Absolutely. Needs to be smoother.
Okay, so summing it all up then, how would you describe BT and Brave in like a sentence or two?
Okay. BAT is essentially a utility token. It's deeply woven into the Brave browser, which itself is positioned as this privacy-first alternative to the way ads work today.
Right.
It's trying to create a system that directly rewards both users, all 91 million of them, and creators for attention that's actually verified cryptographically while keeping things private.
And I'd add, it's probably one of the most real-world, large-scale examples we have of blockchain tech solving an actual problem lots of people experience.
Agreed. It's not just theory.
This is a long game, though. A fight for a fundamentally different internet standard, led by someone who helped build the first one. It's got that product market fit with privacy, but also huge technical depth.
For sure. Which leads to maybe a final thought for everyone listening.
Okay.
We know the total supply of BT is fixed, right? Capped at 1.5 billion tokens, almost all of them already out there.
Right. Fixed supply.
So looking ahead, what's going to be the single biggest driver of BT's long-term value? Is it winning more market share in the browser wars against Google? Or is it successfully expanding BT's use cases within the Brave ecosystem, paying for that AI assistant, VPN, maybe even e-commerce down the line? Where's the biggest leverage?
Browser wars versus ecosystem utility. That's a really interesting question to chew on.
Something to think about.
Well, thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the attention economy and the world of Beat and Brave.
Yeah, we hope you feel a bit more informed now, maybe ready to explore what this potential future of the internet could actually look like.
Until next time.